In a world where nothing you know is real. In a world where your expectations are subverted at every turn. Darkness awaits, and evil is reborn.
Hello everybody, thanks for joining in today. It's Genius here bringing you part 8 of my Metroid Prime 1, or Prime 2, sorry, Let's Play. That was my voice. I apologize if anybody got a little creeped out by that. I did test recording with that type of tone. I just couldn't help myself, so I had to fucking do it as the intro to this video. But thank you guys for joining me. Hope everybody is doing fan-frickin-tastically. I am doing well. I hope you all are too. So let's get back into some Metroid Prime 2 goodness. And right off the bat, I have a problem because I have to change the aspect ratio to not be fucking 16:9. I gotta force it to be 4:3, which is pretty annoying, but whatever. Alrighty. Oh, also, I think I re-disabled fog because I just recorded a video for Pokemon XL Darkness. Excuse me, and I gotta hold on. Enhancements, disable fog. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Alright. So, our first order of business in this, in the Sanctuary Fortress will actually be to take on the Spider Ball Guardian. So, let's get our happy asses over there. My Phazon Beam cheat is not active, so give me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Also, I did, notice something as well, that the volume in the previous 3 videos was a little bit too high, and it was kind of hard to hear my voice. So I have hopefully remedied that with this recording. But of course, we will not know until the post-recording, so... Also, yeah, this is a new day of recording as well, in case you guys couldn't tell. But this will also be fun as hell, rhyme intended. Alright. So I'm actually going to go this way. I can go through that other door, but I'm going to save that for later. We first have to go through this tunnel thing here. It's a gyroscopic ring, part of an energy production system that has been running the same process for approximately 30 cycles. Appears to be in automated mode. Manual bypass code may be used to override this function. And the way you figure out what that code is by scanning this little terminal here, where it will say safety systems online. Safety lockdown code is as follows: Amber, Cobalt, Crimson, and Emerald. The easiest way to figure it out and remember is to simply remember that those 4 colors are in alphabetical order. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to deactivate Emerald 1. Or no, sorry, not Emerald. I literally just said fucking alphabetical order. So, Amber, Cobalt, come on, Crimson. Strangely enough, there is actually no Crimson scans in this. We have Violet scans, Amber, Cobalt, and Emerald, but we don't have any Crimson ones. That's one of the very few instances where Crimson is mentioned explicitly. I only bring that up because red is one of my favorite colors, so I'm weird about that. I don't have the Phazon on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing? Okay. Well, I guess we'll just try to kill the fucking, Nope. Yep, here we go. Alright, so I really don't like it when this thing tries to do that, but we have to destroy the bodies first. Okay, there we go. There's a dead head and a dead body. Okay, I gotta get close for this guy. There we... Nope, that didn't work. I think it's gonna go to another head. The bottom. There we go. Alright, now normally you'd need the Spider Ball as well, by the way, to get this missile expansion here, but with the Moon Jump, as I have said every video in this Let's Play, we can just go ahead and grab it. There we go. I can never get over how useful the Moon Jump really is in this game, man. I think it's more useful in Prime 2 than it is in Prime 1. I know for sure it's more useful in Prime 2 than it is in 3. So I'd probably reckon Prime 2 it's most useful, 3 and or 1 and... Although in Prime 1 it can really save your ass with some of the beam weapons, because the plasma beam normally can't be obtained until near the end of the game, but as soon as you get the ice beam, if you have the moon jump, you can get the plasma beam immediately after that. Okay, our first exposure to Dark Metroids, and they're dead. Also, if you really want to be a stickler for scams, make sure you don't kill this thing immediately, because this is the only time and place that this thing appears in. And for some bizarre reason, the first one in this tunnel cannot be scanned, or cannot be locked onto, but the first one can. However, this was omitted in the trilogy version of Metroid Prime 2. Just another one of those useless factoids you gather after playing a fucking Metroid game for damn near fucking 10 years. Actually, over 10 years, because it's 2020 now, and I've been playing it since 2009. Although I never really got into Prime 2 until about, I'd say, 13 or 13 years ago. Also, I can very easily get one of the suit keys, or one of the, I can get this key right here, if I really wanted to. I'm not going to, and you'll see why I'm not going to when I get to the Quadraxis boss. Hey, get off, get away. But that will be for a little bit later. There's a couple bosses we have to take care of in the meantime, obviously, with the Spider Ball. And also, this area you don't really want to head to until after you get the light suit, which is the final power-up in the game. Because you actually have to travel up a beam of light to get one of the Sky Temple keys, which is actually what I'm going after. But thankfully with Moon Jump we can say, fuck you gravity, and do what you want. I really want to know, like, I really wonder, how the hell is there gravity in this dimension? I guess because it's a mirror image of light aether, that's why. I don't know, it just seems a little bizarre to me. What seems even more bizarre is how the hell these goddamn alien, monster, demon, hybrid creature things are actually intelligent enough to take over an entire race of beings and basically wipe them out. I mean, I know that they're basically the Borg, and I'm not a Star Trek fan, so correct me if I'm wrong on that, you obsessive Trekkies. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay, so to find these motherfuckers, you need the Dark Phazon. These are the little bastards that contain the Sky Temple keys. They're known as the Incaches. They have a very disgusting giant eyeball. Also, they can't hurt you. But inside of their corpses, you will find a Sky Temple key. There are 9 of these scattered across the entire game, with 2 of them, I believe 2 of them, being in each of the 3 major areas, and the last 3 being in the temple grounds. Now, I don't know if we have more than one. Let me see. Miscellaneous, Dark Temple keys, Sky Temples. No, that's the first one. Okay, so we only have 1 Sky Temple key. But again, you can't even start collecting them until you get the Darks. So, or to get the Dark Phazon. So, if you guys haven't watched a video by King K, I highly recommend it. He did about an hour-long, almost, review of Metroid Prime 2. Sings a lot of the game's praises, a lot even better than I can, and I definitely recommend that video. It's very entertaining. But in that video, he also talks about the fact that the Sky Temple key stuff is pretty much just a stupid fetch quest that was really fucking unnecessary. Especially considering you don't actually get anything for doing the quest other than access to the final boss room. Which I frankly agree with, that is kind of needless padding. I mean, in Metroid Prime 1, you could actually get a bunch of the keys without needing, as soon as you got the space jump and the morph ball. But in Prime 2, you need to have... Oh shit. God damn it. Didn't mean to get stuck there. But in Prime 2, you actually need to have the Dark Phazon before you can get a single one of them. I do not like that fact that it's very needless to me. But again, definitely recommend that video. One of my favorites from him. Actually, I recommend his whole channel, honestly, because his videos are just fucking great. I like to listen to them just when I'm, like, doing other recordings for myself. Okay, so this is kind of a pain in the butt. You actually have to kill all these goddamn bats before you can fucking progress, because there is a seeker missile thing in the Dark World just beyond where I'm currently standing. It's actually just above me. And I need to get rid of all of these goddamn bats, or whatever the hell they are, in order to lock onto them properly. And you gotta do it quick, because they will eventually respawn after a few minutes, or after a few seconds, really. Now, I could theoretically go in here, but I need the Echo Visor to get in there, so I'm just gonna head right into this direction. We'll be able to get the Echo Visor pretty quickly, so don't worry. I just want to take care of the Spider Ball Guardian first, because that's the one that's the biggest pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt just getting to where you need to be to kill the fucking thing, let alone actually fighting it. Like, I think that's more annoying, that you go through... Wait. Okay, good. I thought the music wasn't playing right. That happens a lot with me for some reason in this game. Like, the music will cut, and I really can't understand why that happens. Let's see, do I want to go up? No, that's going down. Alright. So in this room, this is the central dynamo chamber, I think it's called? It's some sort of weird hydro, or some sort of weird power generator. Let me go ahead and save real quick, just so that I can progress. This is the last save room before the Spider Ball Guardian, which is why I always recommend saving before here, because otherwise you have to trek through the rest of the Sanctuary Fortress if you got to the save room at the beginning, but you didn't save after that. And then we have this little morph ball thingy here. Also, I do hope you guys can forgive the fact that there's probably a lot of wind noise in the background. It's 100 degrees outside. I live in Las Vegas. I need the AC, otherwise I die. Alright, so real quick, let's hit that one, hit that one, hit that one, hit that one. And then that opens up the second bomb slot, where we can actually deactivate the outer ring of this gyroscopic dynamo. That will give us a nice stable platform to walk on, so that we can go over to the other side. Even with the moon jump, I don't recommend skipping that, because first of all, the dynamo has a power bomb expansion in it, so you're going to have to deactivate it eventually anyway. And this right here is one of the reasons you need the boost ball, because of course this boost ball thing opened up so you can progress. Before I go any further, though, I'm actually going to go in this room, because on the opposite side of this room, normally you would need the screw attack, or come in from the opposite side, which the opposite side is where the screw attack is located. But I can go ahead and grab the second to last of the energy tanks. The only one left is going to be in Agon Wastes. That one is actually towards the entrance of Agon Wastes, and I'm just going to need to get the... I'm just going to need to get back over there with the Echo Visor to get it. Also, I just realized I've never activated those nodes since I played this game, because I always just moon jump or screw attack over them. Alright. So, a couple more things before we get to the boss, because obviously I like stalling for time. Come on. Thank you. So let's activate this elevator. And I'm going to go ahead and actually blow up those. Normally you need the power bomb for that. But that reveals another bomb slot with another set of these laser buttons. So you're going to go to the bottom left one, hit 1, 2, 3. Go above that one, hit 1, 2. And then go to this one and hit 1, 2. There you go. I really wish that puzzle was used more often in this game, because I love those type of puzzles. And now that will deactivate the ring, which is usually used to get onto the spider ball, boost over to that cracked glass, and get into that door. However, again, with the Phazon Beam, that doesn't matter at all, so we'll just blow that up for later use. Again, with this method, though, I can go directly for the boss, for Dark Samus, if I wanted to. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to actually go to the Dark Visor, turn these on. Because this way I can go ahead and just right here, blow up that fucking thing right off the bat. Now I will also go in here because there is a missile expansion inside of this little tube here. Normally you would need the echo visor and you'd have to hit a specific sensor, which would then move, I think, that platform forward a little bit or backward or something so that the kinetic orb cannon could launch you into there. And we get ourselves another missile. And I'm once again hitting the fucking map button like it was my goddamn day job. Alright, also real quick, these things down here, these things, I believe, cannot be killed. Or maybe they can. Okay, yeah, I can kill them. Well, that walker will actually transform into a dark walker, a dark quad. I think there's still another one over here. Yeah. Yeah, they will turn into dark quads. I actually don't know if that'll happen after I just blew them up, but I really don't want to waste my time with it, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Normally you have to go down onto that bottom level so that you can jump on the platforms to get back up top. But, of course, moon jump, yada yada. Drill already. Alright, now this thing is going to make me scan it twice. Or it might. Yep. Okay. It's going to make me scan it twice. Because I already have the power bomb, I think. I think that's why it was scanning twice. Okay. Okay, so that's the hint to get to Dark Samus. Get the Echo Laser. God damn it. Damn it. See, I have to scan that red bit in the middle. There we go. Now that actually activates the scanning part that gives me access to scan Cobalt holograms. With that, I can finally, after damn near 20 minutes, get to the room that I need to do to get to the Spider Ball Guardian. Yeah, it's annoying to me too, trust me. But, nevertheless. Okay, so they actually respawn, so I'm guessing that it still would happen, even if they didn't respawn. Alright. Now, in this next fight here... Oh, let me go ahead and over here. Because you need to use a kinetic orb cannon to normally get over here. So for the sake of demonstration, I'll do that. Oh, and don't... If you have the moon jump activated, do not hit the B button when you're going through the kinetic orb cannon. You will get knocked out of bounds and you will be gone. You will literally be shot miles away from the fucking room here I'm currently in, so don't do that. Alright, so in this room here, this little tunnel area, this is the Spider Guardian, the most annoying boss next to the fucking Boost Guardian. Here's the thing. The reason he's annoying is because he can only be damaged by electrical nodes inside of his little arena that I'm about to crawl into. And the only way to do that is to stun him a few times and make him go over a bunch of cycles. Now, do not, under any circumstances, if for whatever reason you have the power bomb before I do, hit the fucking power bomb button when you're in here. Do not hit the Y button when you're in here, because if you do, you will kill the boss and you will not get the power up. So I'm going to be trying my best not to hit the goddamn fucking power bomb button. Alright. Now this boss is relatively easy because of the fact that I have moon jump. It's part of the same reason that the boss is actually fairly easy if you have, or if you are playing the trilogy version. Just make sure that you remember that this thing can hit really fucking hard. I mean, you see what it did with one hit. It took 30 fucking damage out of it with one. And there's another 30 damage. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and place some bombs here. Go into the thing. And then go up here. I don't really care if he hits me. I have 13 energy tanks. There's no way he'll be able to kill me with that. Now he has a third phase. It's pretty quick. Although this one is also a pain in the ass. Normally what they want you to do is they want you to use these boost ramps to get up here. But if you're like me and you say, fuck the rules, I'm going swimming, I don't even know where I came up with that. I mean, I came up with that fucking years ago. It's like, fuck the rules, I'm going swimming. So it took 3 energy tanks out of me with just a few random taps. So again, I do not recommend just going hog wild on this motherfucker unless you want to get seriously hurt. But you do get the chance to recover an energy tank and a half once you get up here. So that's at least good, because it's the only way you can heal yourself in the fight. Make sure when you first stun him that you just keep bombarding him with more fall bombs, because he will get stunned. He will be in a stun animation, and then when he's in that animation, he can't do shit, but he can still be stunned a second time. Which is what you need to do to get him into that green phase. Because he starts off blue, then he turns red, then he turns green. And again, this is much easier with Moonjump or in the Trilogy version, because the Morph Ball Bomb slots are not only accessible via the Morph Ball Bomb jump. Alright, now I gotta do it again in 3. Up here. And then the last one. And there we go. Now I'm gonna keep my fucking thumb off the right side of my goddamn controller so that I don't hit any button accidentally. Because again, even if you hit the Y button, you hit the power bomb, if you happen to trigger it here, you will kill him instantaneously. But the benefit to having the power bomb before facing the Spider Guardian, because normally, like I said before, you normally need the Spider Ball to fight the power bomb, is that you can come right in here and head to get another stagnant key for you. Cuts back on about probably 20 minutes back into the makes it a lot easier to speedrun the game that way. Alright, come on, go. Inward! And... give me my key. There we go. That is 2 of, if not both, of the Sky Temple keys for the Sanctuary Fortress. Sky Temple, Key Hive. Okay, good. So I have both the Sanctuary Key Fortress keys. Sanctuary Fortress keys. Not Sanctuary Key Fortress keys. Linguistical nightmare there, Mr. Tumble Twister. Also, after I'm done with this video, I'm probably gonna have to fuck around with my computer a little bit. So I got a chance to finally hack my Switch again without using tinfoil. That was smart. That was a genius move on my part. Alright. So now we have the Spider Ball, but I'm gonna get back to a save room. Hopefully quickly. Now the pathway that the game wants me to take is that it wants me to head back through the reverse direction to get back to that central room where the energy tank was on top of that Spider Ball track, and then head back out of the elevator to get the power bomb. Now, of course, again, I don't actually have to do that, because I don't need to do that, I already have the power bombs. So I can actually just head right back into, what is this room called? Main Gyro Chamber. I'll head right back in. Now, I could go ahead and defeat Dark Samus before I call a video, but I'm actually going to go ahead and save since we're approaching half an hour. And that's typically my major cutoff point, although I know some of the videos in this Let's Play have been quite a lot shorter than that. Let's go ahead and save. So, this is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you see and you want to see more, please consider hitting that subscribe button, leaving a like on the video to make sure that you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this has been GS. We keep on one video at a time, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, everybody.